Hi, I'm Cindy Cloward with Riley Blake Designs, and today's project is a beanie. These are so soft and easy to make. They're nice to wear in the outdoors. I wear them underneath a ski helmet when I'm skiing, or they're really nice to give to a friend who's had hair loss and she wants some warmth for her head, or little babies. So let me show you how easy they are to make. So you need knit fabric that has stretch. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the blue this time. You really only need 1/3 of a yard, 12 inches of fabric, and that will make you 2 beanies. So you will need to download from our website the template. For the larger beanie, you'll need 11 by 17 paper because it's just a little bit bigger. For the baby size, you can get away with the 8 by 11 paper. So there's 2 parts to that. There's a beanie part 1 and a beanie part 2. This is the little section that the papers overlap, like that. So once this is cut out, you're going to overlap and tape it down like that. So your template's going to look like this. You could always fold it in half and cut on the fold, but with knits, it's kind of nice to have the full template, the full pattern piece. So I have a yard of fabric, but like I mentioned, you only need to have 12 inches. And it's really easy to cut out 2 at a time. Be mindful of the direction of your fabric. So I've got a clean cut on this knit, so that's going to be the bottom part of my hat, my beanie, and I'm just going to use a rotary cutter to go around the template. Kind of shift here. There's kind of a curve on both sides on the middle section. Oop, I cut off just a little bit of that. It's not a problem. And then I just finish off. Put the template aside. And cutting like that, you're not going to get that perfect V cut. So once you pull the pattern away, I just finished cutting out those center marks. Okay. Put this fabric to the side. And you've got 2 beanies cut out, so I'm going to put this other one to the side. Work one on a time. Okay, so now we're ready to start serging our beanie. And I start with these 2 sections. So first I'm going to do the outside section like this. And I just kind of put a pin lower than that, so there's no way that's going to be caught in the cutting mechanism of the serger. So I'm going to serge these 2 sides right here. So I've got these 2 sections. I just have a little tail between them. Give them a quick trim, check both sides, make sure I caught both sides of the fabric. So that section's sewed. The next section, I'm going to go and sew these 2 sides together. So right sides together, forming up to that peak. Little pin there. Pin it right there. Now I'm going to sew from here to the end. Okay, put that in there, right there. Okay, so I'm trimming off the edge, my threads at the end. Take my pins out. Okay, so those two sections have been sewed. Now we're going to do one long serge on the top down the side. And I'm going to line up, you see this V shape, it's made with the top of the beanie. I line it up with the opposite side. I'm going to pin it down right here. And we're going to serge from here all the way down the side of the beanie. And I'm going to start with the top. Okay, so we've just finished. Trim off our ends. Now we're going to inspect the top of the beanie. See how that all lines up? Make sure you've no holes where you've missed part of the fabrics. Looks good. So the last thing we're going to do is make the bottom cuff of the beanie, and then it'll be all finished. So I am going to do about 1 3/4 inches cuff. And again, if you're using a regular machine, I would pin across. This way I'm just pinning with the fabric. Okay, so it's all pinned around. I'm starting at this seam in the back. And this is actually how I sew it on the serger. So I push the hat part up here, and I'm going to go around the serger like this. I'm going to catch this bottom section. It's going to cut it off and make a nice cuff. So let me show you what I mean. Now when you're serging, make sure, especially at this point, don't pull your knit. Just let it sit flat and just ease it through so you're not stretching your fabric as you're serging. Okay, so we bring it over here. I'm pulling out my pins. I'm going to trim off the loose threads. And make sure there's no holes, everything's caught. And pull it over. And here's your beanie, it's all finished. So it's just that easy to make a beanie.